Alright, welcome to Looking at the Telegraph. We are officially going to finish up the Telegraph today. And if all goes according to plan, this will be the last unit that we do with energy and magnetism. But it's going to be the funnest one. Okay, the goal today is as follows. So please pay attention so that you know exactly what the expectation is for today. Between now and 3:40. So you're going to have about an hour to work on this. But the goal is going to be for you to rebuild a telegraph. Not only build the telegraph, but to extend the telegraph to another table and communicate with another table using the telegraph. Now, before we do that, we're going to have to make sure that we learn how to communicate using a telegraph. And we talked about created that used clicks. Some of you actually jumped right onto it and you knew exactly what it was called. What is the title of this type of code, Serenity?
Morse code.
Morse code. Okay, so we're going to basically take that same idea, that same concept, and we're going to apply it to what we're doing today. Okay, so each teacher should have a copy of this. I believe everyone told me they had a copy of this stream code. Okay, and so I'm gonna pass these out. Make sure you've got one. Do not lose it because this is going to really help you to decode those messages later on this afternoon. Okay, so here we go. IT helpers, make sure the Chromebooks are logged in. Kelly, can you make sure everyone's got one of those, please? Alright, so I don't want to waste any time at all right now. So what I want to do right now is I want to make sure that everyone is able to build a telegraph. Now, a couple things that you need to keep in mind when you build a telegraph. Make sure your electromagnet is wrapped as much as possible and as tight as possible around the core. That coil needs to be tight and really wrapped up a lot around the core. Okay, you may want to use 2 cells to increase the power of your electromagnet, and keeping in mind that the closer the electromagnet is to the steel little bar, the easier it is going to be for it to click. Okay, so what I want to do is right now is give you maybe 5-10 minutes tops to rebuild your telegraph, get it working, and then we're going to practice using Morse code, and then we're going to take these telegraphs and extend them across the room so that we can send messages to each other. Does that make sense? Do we understand what we're doing? Yes? Good? Alright, getter ones, grab your materials, start building. You're going to have 7 minutes. Okay, you've got 3.5 minutes to build your circuit.
I'm all of a sudden I have to
Are you wrapping it?
Okay, you're down to about 2 minutes.
Washers.
Make sure it's actually working.
Okay, you're down to about 19 seconds.
19 seconds. Okay, you guys just need to wrap this. You give us like 5 seconds.
Alright, by a show of hands, about how much more time do you think you need to build this?
10 more minutes. 15 minutes.
Alright, 4 minutes. 4 more.
Let's
Mr. Pro, our cells are too low for it to work.
You don't know that. You're just assuming that.
We tested it.
How did you test it?
Like, we tried to turn it on and off, like, it's just like moving a little bit. Like, it's hitting it though. But at the same time.
That cell looks fine to me. So there's a problem in there. They're fine. The problem's in your circuit.
Aubrey's just like staring. No. Now check. Now. Okay, that's clicking noise. A lot going on there. Click, 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 click.
I have a good idea on how we can make it go through the glass.
Okay, 145.
Okay, there you go. Wait.
Vincent, why did you do that?
Hey, remove what's in here.
So what we could do is
Okay, there. We'll use that 50
put it in.
Okay. No. It's this.
Now you just added a picture. Hey guys, that's a picture.
Try to take 3 cells.
Out of the picture. I like to
Did you guys do it?
It's not close enough. Close up. Close up. Close up. Vincent, stop! I cannot feel
Alright, time is up. Let's stop building. We are done building. So, alright, so let's, how many teams were able to rebuild their telegraph to a functioning, working device? Okay? So, good. Celeste, you have a working one? Oh, I'm sorry, not Celeste. Gwen, you guys have a working one?
Yeah.
Good. Here, Serenity, you guys have a working one? You have a working one? Anyone else? Any other teams have a working one? Okay. Alright, so everyone needs to be in their seats. Now you are watching. The time to build is over. Brianna, the time to build is over. Okay. Alright. So, let's let's stop and take a look at what this telegraph looks like. So what you have, we're going to describe it very quickly here. What you have is a circuit that has the following items. Okay, you have a power source. In this case, I have two cells that are connected in series, so the electricity goes from here out through the wire back into this cell, and then from here it goes out to the circuit. It goes out to the switch. When the switch is closed, it sends the electricity through the wire into the electromagnet. From the electromagnet, it goes back to the beginning part of my circuit, so I have a circular path. That tells me I have a circuit. When I close this circuit, once this circuit closes, energy starts to flow, electrical energy flows through the wire, through here. Now we've discovered that the energy traveling through a wire, electricity traveling through a wire, creates
Magnetism.
an electromagnetic force. This electromagnetic force does what to the core?
Turns it into a temporary magnet.
It induces it, and then
It induces magnetism in the core. Therefore, the core becomes
A magnet.
a magnet. Now, the magnetized core does what to the steel strip? What does it do to the steel strip once the core becomes a magnet? It induces magnetism in the steel strip. The steel strip then becomes a magnet, and now I have two magnets close to each other, and what do?
Attract.
They attract. Once I turn off the electricity, what happens to the induced magnetism in this core?
it doesn't get, it's not a magnet anymore since
It goes away. So if the core is no longer a magnet, what happens to the induced magnetism in the strip?
It's no longer a magnet.
It goes away. And these two are no longer attracted to each other, therefore they
Separate.
separate. And so what you end up with is a contraption that looks like this, and hopefully you can see there. You see that when it is attracted, it creates this noise. Okay, now, right now I don't see Mrs. Taylor or Mrs. Richards on today's meet, but if you're on there, go ahead and join us, because we're going to practice using Morse code, and I'm going to send some messages, and I want you to have an opportunity to respond and type in those messages, what the answer was. Okay, so right now you should have a sheet in front of you that is called the stream code. And Morse code was very similar to this. What it had was a series of, it had a grid. And what you did was you used this grid to figure out letters. Now, the original idea, some of you, if I had you come up with your own code, if we had more time, I would have had you come up with your own code, and some of you would have said, 1 dot is an A, 2 dots is a B, 3 dots is a C, 4 dots is a D, 5 dots is a F, and then you get down to Z, and Z is 26 clicks. What would be the problem with a code like that?
It would be horrible.
It would take forever. If I wanted to write the word buzz, it would be 2 clicks followed by, I don't know, 22 clicks for a U, and then 26 clicks for a Z, and another 26 clicks for that Z. So if you were the person decoding that, listening, going, okay, was that 26 or 25? I lost track. So that doesn't work. So what they came up with was what we would call a grid system. And in this grid system, you had 2 sets of clicks. One set of clicks would tell you which column you were in, or which row. The second set of clicks would tell you which column. So for example, if you heard 1 click first with a slight pause, you would know that you are in that first row. Okay? If you heard 2 clicks the second time, you know you are the first row, second column, letter B. Okay? So, if, for example, I wanted to give you the letter F, what would the code be for F? What is the series of clicks? You would hear what?
Click, click, pause, click.
Okay, you would hear 2 with a pause and 1. Now, I want you to listen to what that would sound like. You should be able to hear it up here. So listen carefully to see what that would sound like. So here's the letter F. Did you hear that? 1, 2, 1. How many of you heard the 1, 2, and then the 1? Okay, here it is one more time. Listen to it. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what the letter R would sound like. The R would be what code?
4, 2.
4, 2. So here it is. Could you hear that as 4, 2?
Yeah.
How many of you guys heard the 4, 2? Okay. Now, I want you to listen and write down what you hear and see if you can figure out what letter this is. Ready? Here we go.
P.
Okay? Ready? So, P. That was the letter P. It was 4, 1. Okay, one more. Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
T. N. M.
Ready?
M. N.
It was the letter N. It was 3 clicks followed by 4 clicks. Listen to it one more time. Did you hear that? It was 3, 4. So as you're listening to this, you're not trying, here's the important thing, you are not trying to decode the message as it's happening because you can't do it. There's no way. What you need to do is write down the code with commas in between. So if I hear a 3, 2, okay, let me give you an example. So let's say I'm gonna write a word right now, and I'm going to write it out at the same time. Take a look at what I write. Here we go. So the code I heard was 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 5. I don't know what that is. Now I'm going to go back to my code book and I'm going to decode that. What is 1, 2?
B.
A B. What is a 1, 5? E. So what is a 1, 5 again?
B.
E. So what's the word?
B.
B. So as you're decoding this, I want you to only write the sounds. Okay. Here's the mistake you're going to make. Some of you are going to be listening and trying to figure out what the letters are. You're not going to do it. By the time you find the first letter, I've already started the second one, and you're not going to be able to keep up. What you need to do is write down the codes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 2, 1, 7, 4, 4. After you're done, you come back and decode the letters to figure out what the word was. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to give you a word, write down the code, and then decode it. Ready? Here we go. Okay, so that's it. Go back now and try to decode what you heard. Sometimes, if you lost track, that's fine. I don't need you telling me you lost track. If you lost track, you lost track. That's it. But don't ruin it for the people that didn't lose track. Okay, has anyone decoded it yet? Brady? What do you think it is? It is Perla. How many of you guys found it was Perla? P-E-R-L-A. Okay, good. That was the code. Okay, let me give you one more word to give you a little bit more practice. Alright, here we go. Ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, if you get lost, don't say a word, don't whine, don't cry, don't start saying stuff, because what's going to happen, your voice and your sounds you're making are going to distract the people around you, and they're not going to hear the clicks. Braden, what is it? Mayor. Okay, good. All right, so how many of you think you understand the code? Okay, all right. Now, for the sake of time, here's what I'm going to tell you. Now, this circuit that I have here, what does the entire circuit with the switch control? What does it control? So these cells with the switch, what do they control?
The magnet.
The electromagnet, right? You'll notice if I take this out, my entire circuit is hooked up to the electromagnet. Now, if I'm trying to send a message to another table, which electromagnet should I be controlling? The one on my telegraph or the one on their telegraph? Think before you answer. If I have a telegraph and I'm trying to send a message, am I trying to control the electromagnet on their telegraph or the one on my telegraph?
Mine.
Okay, Jackson?
You're trying to control it on there so that way they can hear the code.
Yeah. You're not controlling your own electromagnet, because then that's great. So you send the message and you can hear your own message. That's awesome. I knew what I sent before I even sent it. Okay? The point is that you're trying to get the message to go to their telegraph. So imagine that they're a different city. So when you're sending the message, whose telegraph should be clicking? Theirs. And when they're sending a message, whose telegraph should be clicking? Ours or yours. So the key is this, and this is where a lot of you make mistakes. You hook up a circuit. So right now what I have, if you look here, all I have is 2 cells, a switch, ready to connect to an electromagnet. Whose electromagnet do I connect it to? Theirs. How do I do that?
Telegraph wire.
Okay. I'm going to give you these really long telegraph wires. What you're going to do with these telegraph wires is you're going to do the following. You're going to hook them up to a part on your circuit base that you haven't used before. Any idea which part that is? Leah?
It's
Which part?
It's the 2 springs.
The 2 little springs that are on the end, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to take, let's see, I might take regular wires and go like this. I might say, okay, I'm going to go from here, and here, to these springs right here. Come on. Okay? So now my circuit is hooked up to these. Now from there, I can hook up my telegraph wire. And then send this wire all the way where? To the different table. Now when they press their switch, will electricity come through these wires?
Yes.
It should. So what am I going to hook up to this?
The electromagnet.
Their electromagnet. So that's the weird, this is the weird part that throws you off. The electromagnet that is on your circuit base is not hooked up to your own circuit. It's hooked up to their circuit. So when you hook up your stuff, don't hook up your electromagnet to your own circuit. That makes no sense. You want to hook this up to their circuit. Okay, so now you would take these 2 and hook it up to their electromagnet. They're going to give you a wire like this one, and you're going to hook that up to your electromagnet. And then now when you press your switch, their electromagnet clicks. When they press their switch, yours clicks. Make sense? Okay, so right now I've only got a couple of teams that have successfully been able to build it. Which teams have been able to build telegraphs? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have this table here. You guys are going to join Kaylee's table. Okay, this table here, you guys are going to connect with Kaylee's. Here's the one thing I will tell you right now, and I will not be nice about it at all. Okay, there's going to be wires crossing the classroom. Okay? Every year I have someone trip over wires. Number one, there is absolutely no reason for you to be wandering around the classroom. Okay? Number two, if you're not wandering around the classroom, you're not tripping over wires. Okay? Tripping over wires and knocking someone's electric circuit off the table and having it just break into pieces, okay? Because you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, you're going to be done. You don't even get to be a part of any of it. I'm going to find another room for you to go to. So don't wander. Stay with your group and just build, build, build. There is no reason. We've only got 20 minutes left. There's no reason for you to be wandering anywhere around the classroom. You do not need to go to the other group and find out what they're doing. Worry about your circuit. Let them worry about theirs. Got that? Because once these wires start to spread across the classroom, I guarantee you someone in here is going to decide, oh, I want to go see what they're doing. Bam. They trip on the wire. This circuit base goes flying off the table, and stuff goes everywhere. Okay? When that happens, you're done. Okay? Cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. Don't get sent to another classroom.
Because.
Don't wander around the room. Make sense? Make sense? Okay, good. All right, so I've got a telegraph wire here.
We got it.
And then I'm going to have you guys, if yours is working.
Yeah, it is.
Is yours working? Yeah. Okay, you guys are going to, Celeste and Xander, you guys are going to join Hakeem's group. And is there any other team? You guys can come and join this group here. And we're going to have this team connecting with that team, this team connecting with that team. Okay? Here is one telegraph wire for you.
Thank you for asking.
All right, break up into your groups.
Jake, do you have an idea?
Here's the telegraph for you. Leave yours here. There's your telegraph wire. There's your telegraph wire.
Okay.
Oh, I missed. Thanks, Jackson. That's pretty tight. Hey, here's what I would also suggest. If you're leaving your circuit back at your table, bring an extra cell to add more power to the telegraph that you're going to be building. You're going to need your cell.
Wait, you guys are supposed to connect to us.
I'm pretty sure where to Who's reading this really curious?
Okay, so what do we got here?
I don't know.
Okay. So we need to have this go to where? Well, in fact, let's do this. We can probably
And then, what about their other two wires? Their other two wires connected here. How do we do this? Can we connect ours to here? I know.
you're connected to there. And then you're going to take these over here and then take their wires. Okay, so is that the power from over there?
No. That's why
Where's your left wire?
Guys, we're confused. Can you guys help us? Oh, I have no idea. Okay, so just go like this. We already have.
Going to there.
That is there.
These
You know what that's a bad
here is for them to send you their stuff.
Guys! When you guys are done, test it. When you guys are done, test it, and then like if it works, we'll put it on.
And then theirs is gonna go there.
Yeah, once you are things up, let them know. We're ready to test.
Aubrey, you broke it. No
Aubrey, they're set up here. They want, now they need you to test your circuit, so send them a message. Just send them quick and see if it goes through.
We are supposed to put the switch on. I know. This is our group. Yeah, so we joined you now. We're your group. Okay. Aubrey, are you working? Say hi. How do you say hi?
I don't want you to write a message. I haven't asked anyone to send a message. I just said to test it.
Okay, click it.
Okay, so we got it.
They're not getting anything, so there's something wrong over there. Figure out what's going on. Test it.
Guys, there's an empty wire right there.
What about your wire?
Maybe that empty wire or something. Guys, empty wire.
Yeah, that's the wire.
It's not working because this thing is not up. Get out.
And then the other end goes over there.
Let's see the test this. Okay, Aubrey, everything is good. What about this? Test message.
Make sure it's off. Make sure it's off.
Is it working? Still not working. It's gonna work.
Okay.
Over there.
Over here.
What about the
So what's wrong with your circuit?
Are you guys gonna add the third cell here? No, you have to add the third cell. So it's more power.
Okay, Aubrey, you're not even on the right path.
Okay.
Okay, so can you guys send and see if it's working here?
Here's something we turn it.
Okay, they're getting. Are you guys getting anything? Okay, so let's stop.
Hey guys.
Are you guys getting anything? Is it moving at all?
Maybe that's what's wrong.
Okay, where's that extra cell that you're supposed to have?
Your circuit's wrong.
Elia, did your team bring an extra cell like I asked you guys to?
Because when I hooked theirs up, theirs wasn't working.
There wasn't any more cells. You need to add the extra cell. Put your thumb up. You have to add an extra cell. That's why. How do we do it? You guys.
Wait, are they in the
Oh,
Mr. Carla, our sensor's right there.
What's that?
Our sensor's
how do we
right
add
there.
it?
Yeah, yours is working right now. We're trying to get theirs to work.
The same as last way you added that. Okay, yeah, it's basically just.
Is it moving?
Oh, not even an inch.
How do we get our extra cell?
Oh, there's something wrong here, guys.
Yeah. Or maybe
I need to
Can someone bring it over so we can test?
Yeah, sure. He's right there. Oh, like he said, if you trip over that wire, you're never.
Don't test it yet. Don't test
It's
it.
gonna snatch off.
Okay, take it off, take it off. Take it off. Our small rated there.
Make it trip.
Okay, guys. We are.
It's gonna go.
We're no. Oh, come on.
Where's wrong? From here to here is good.
Do the letter A. A.
So where's the problem? When I go from here to here,
working?
it's not good. So where's the
So,
problem?
we did something wrong. We got it. Oh, extra cell. Wait, where does it okay, let's go.
Works? So where's the problem?
Here.
I just tested it. It's fine. So where's the problem? I just. So let me test this out. This is so where does the problem have to be? Problem's got to be here.
But the switch isn't connected to this.
I got that. I got power.
Pull up a chair. Nobody's including me.
Okay, so here it comes, guys. moving at all?
Ours?
Take a look. Which wire is this?
Are you guys
Is
getting
this hooked up to
anything?
your electromagnet?
Are you guys getting anything? Okay, guys, test yours.
Is it moving at all?
Okay, you ready? Yeah.
When you keep on hitting that one, it doesn't mean
Is it going?
Let's take a look and see what we got here. Okay, first of all, I've got all this extra wire, and then notice how loose this is.
Oh, wow.
So that right there is probably not.
Someone wrap it. Wait, let me see. Oh, that's why. What?
Did you put a knot in it? I see you made it come up.
Same way. You guys have an extra set. Oh.
It can be really tight, but if you forget to knot it, it will eventually get loose.
You guys hooked up your electromagnet to our electromagnet.
Yeah, you are.
So, where's the
Do the switch.
It's not my
Do the switch. Are you doing it?
We need something.
You're like, what does this have to do with
Did she really pay attention?
Alright, try again. Try again. Very, very faint.
Oh, never mind. The third song?
And join in real part of the conversation. You can't expect the group to stop and cater to you. That will never happen. You have to become part of it. You gotta join in. They're not stopping to talk to me. I'm asking questions. I'm saying, what do we do this, what do we do that? And then that's how we talk. But if I were
able to do that.
guess what? They're going to totally ignore me. Alright, go. Try again.
Yeah, we're getting it.
Getting some.
Just click it.
Are you guys getting anything? Hold on.
Do you have wires? Get some wires.
You guys have it. That's there.
How many cells do you have, Hakeem, on that over there?
These are ours.
Okay. Alright, so now that yours are both working, let's do this. Celeste, stretch yours out. Stretch yours out. Do not stretch it out as far as you can take it that way. You guys stretch yours out as far as you can take it this way. Stretch the wires as far as it can go. Okay, that's about right there. As far as the cable will go. Okay, right there.
They're going to try it before.
Now, people that are on this side, make sure you have your papers. People on that side, make sure you have your stream papers. Come up. Come up with a word. Listen up. 4-letter word. 4-letter word.
It's like moving, but like
And then write the code. Write the code for that word so you can send it. Come up with a 4-letter word and then write the code for that word.
What should we do?
Don't say it loud because they're going to hear it. Okay? Okay, look down.
We need more cell. You guys need more cell power.
How much space do we have between the threads? Shouldn't all these cells be together? Remember we talked about making sure that the terminals were as close as possible? Right? So we want short wires, not long ones. What happens when I add a long wire?
It's gonna take longer for the electricity to travel.
Not longer.
No more.
Are you ready? Okay, I got it. Are you guys ready? Who's gonna go first? You're going first. Okay.
Oh, wait, you're Miss Taylor.
That's okay.
Hey, Miss Taylor, you have questions?
How's Darius
Okay.
doing?
Okay. All right. So let's
You guys did like 50 clicks.
Is it moving? Let's get another cell holder. Do you have another cell holder? No. Is there any other cell holders there? Or circuit base? There's a circuit base over there that we can borrow.
Stop it.
All right, quickly. In the meantime, you guys need to come up with a 4-letter word. You all here come up with a 4-letter word that you can say.
This is mine.
Is it working now?
10 minutes. Are you guys saying that? Want me to do it again? What? Okay, do it again. Yeah, because that's what we have. L-A-H-M. We got L-A-H-M. No, we didn't do lamb. Try it again. Do it again. Here, ready? Let me count it. Not yet. I'll tell you when to go. I'm not trying to look for it. Hannah, we're going to do it. Mr. Pepper, can you try it? Ready? Yes. Go.
Luke, I think you working with your group.
I can't even do anything.
Guys, Mr.
Okay,
Price
have you
still
guys come up with a 4-letter word you're going to send?
Yes.
Okay. The opposite table, whoever's over here, have you guys come up with a 4-letter word you're going to send?
Yes.
Have you written the code for it? Okay, you're not going to make up the code as you're doing it. You've got to have it written down.
Let's do wolf. You guys have
Wait, what's that name of the game?
what game?
Alpha. What is this thing? What you doing?
A-I-R. Be careful with the one. Hang
Okay,
on.
go ahead and try. Try to send here. Now it's working. Send to here. Okay.
What they write.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are going to send them a word. It's not very loud, so you have to get close and write down and be. What, Randy, go ahead and send the test.
Just a test. Licks.
Again.
No. It's a 4-letter word. It was L-I-T-S.
Alright, so if you have the code for the word, you're going to send the code. Make sure that you leave a little pause between. So if it's 4, 1, don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that sounds like 5. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So there's a pause. Make sure that there is a
Go
pause.
slow.
Otherwise, you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That sounds like 5, right? So you're gonna go. You're gonna go.
Yeah, you can. Wait.
Make sense?
Wait, did you guys
That's
start
the
at
pause
5?
between the
So
two.
it could be at 1.
Good. All right.
So you can. Are you guys getting yours? 5.
Okay, guys. Right now, there's no talking. If you're not in a group, then find a place to sit on the floor quietly by yourself. Right now, these teams are sending, and those teams are sending messages. I should hear 0 voices. Okay? All right. Go ahead and send your messages. Okay. If you're yelling, they can't hear theirs. Okay, hold on. Are you guys done? No. Okay, good. We're out of time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's stop for a second. Alright, I know you're really getting into it. And I get it. Okay, how many of you would like to